So I've just seen the announcement that we should make a quick video about our AI model. So this is going to be my video that I'm going to upload. So as my name and my student ID. So for my AI model, I chose to use multi-layer perceptrons, which is a type of neural network. So I've got everything set up here in the Jupyter notebook. Um, you can see it's all split into cells, so I divided all of the different parts, like the steps, into their own cells, so I can test them all individually. So we've got like the splitting of the sets and the training of the model and the pre-processing. um, so yeah, these are all the libraries here. So I'm just going to start by basically just running through it. So initially it's going to download the punc tab and the stop words, which is what I use in when I'm pre-processing the data. So that all works fine. When you run this for the first time, it's probably going to install everything to your app data, and then you can use it throughout here. So the first part here is the loading the data. So I got my data set from the Kaggle website. I downloaded the Enron and the Spam Assassin. I believe they're two different data sets, but in this data set that I downloaded, they basically just combine them together. So the way the data set is, you've got two different folders. So you've got a ham folder and a spam folder. And then inside of these folders, there's just a bunch of text files. Probably better if I just show it, to be honest. Quickly open this up. Yeah, so you've got your ham and spam folder, and inside of here you can just see that all of these files are just individual emails. That's way too zoomed in there. Nope. Oh, it's gonna do that. Okay. So yeah, each of these, some of them are text files, some of them are random files that don't have a file extension. So I had to account for that in here. So all this does, it loops through the spam and the ham folder, and this is where it gets to assign the label as well for the training. So it just goes through every file in the ham folder, labels it, goes through the spam folder, labels it, and then once it's got them labeled, it shuffles them. So each time I run the AI model, it's gonna have not an identical data set. So it's gonna have the same data, but it's just gonna change around the order of it. So if I run this bit here, you can see that it's loaded everything in, and all of this is this hasn't been processed yet. So you can see it's still got email addresses and stuff like that. It'll show you the distribution here. So there's 1,187 spam emails, and there's 3,700 legit emails here, which you can confirm from here. You can see the numbers line up, and then obviously the spam is 1,187, as you can see there. Let's make sure my microphone's on. So after the data's been loaded in, what is going on? I don't know why that's just happened. It's testing my clicks per second. Let's get rid of all that. I don't know why that happened, but yeah, the data's been loaded. After the data's been loaded, I'll kind of speed it up now. You've got the pre-processing here, so it does stuff like remove URLs, email addresses, special characters, changes everything to lower cases, and then it tokenizes each individual word, and removes stop words, which is what we downloaded up here. So it's just like filtering common words. And then once that's all done, it joins all of the tokens together, so each individual word back into the string, and then it turns this into the clean text. And you can see here, one thing that I did in my testing, I made sure it outputted this clean text so you can see it and make sure that it worked. So this is the original. You can see like the emails there. All of this is like uppercase, mixed, and stuff like that. And then you've got your clean text, which is all of this stuff here. So this is just a sample. If you use the head function, it just shows you the first five. So once the data has been cleaned, then you need to convert it to the numerical figures for the vectorizer. So if I just run this bit quick, Yeah, we've got the feature shape there, and then split it into 80% training and then 20% test data. So the reason to do this is so you have your data for the training, and then you want to test it on the unseen data so you can see how accurate your module actually is. So that's done, and then it's going to go on to the training. So I've done a few different things here. I tried out with different amounts of hidden layers and different levels of iterations and activations and everything like that. This seemed to be the most successful one, so I'm going to stick with this one. Just wait for the model. It shouldn't take too long. I think it takes like 20 seconds or something like that to train it. And then after it's been trained, I save it into the file, and I save the vectorizer as well. Then after that, we start doing the prediction on the test set, which is what we split into the 20% here. So this is the data that is not actually being trained on at the moment. You see the training is complete. I'm going to quickly output that. And then we're going to use the test set data, which is the 20% that we split before, and run this. You can see that this is actually better than what I wrote, to be honest. So yeah, you can see the results here for the confusion matrix are really good. It gets like 99% accuracy. And to take this a step further, these are phrases that aren't seen in the test nor the training data. So I can put anything I want into here just to see if it can detect it as spam or not. So you can see, are you free tomorrow? It's not spam. If you're saying reply back to me for a free iPhone, it's detecting that as spam. And then if you're just asking for your meeting notes, that's not classed as spam either. So obviously you can do a lot more with this. This is just a little example. And then this will go more into depth onto why certain things were marked as spam when they weren't, or why certain spam emails were marked as legit emails when they weren't. So you can see there were two false positives, which means the ham predicted as the spam, which you can see in the confusion matrix. And you got the false negatives, which is the spam predicted as ham, which is worse. So you've got 3 of them there. And you can see which ones. You can see the ham which were predicted as spam. Probably because it's to do with like phone bills and stuff like that. But yeah, there was I was doing my research, and apparently something to do with a black box. So with these sorts of techniques, sometimes you won't necessarily know why the AI is classifying something as like spam or not. But this is just here so you can see which ones were marked as spam when they shouldn't be, or which one were marked as legit or ham when they shouldn't have been. Mostly just like buzzwords, I imagine. So like spam predicted as ham. This is a spam email that it thought was this. It's got some weird stuff in it. But yeah, this is my quick video demonstrating. Obviously, I'm gonna demonstrate all of this in the Viva. So yeah.